On August 29th, over 2,000 people, both young and old, crowded into Woodland Park for Board in Lexington, an event to raise awareness and money for skateboarding in Lexington. Although thought to be a fad, skateboarding has been around since the early 50s and continues to attract new participants each year. At the current time, there are over 6.2 million skateboarders in the United States, making it the sixth most popular individual sport. Skateboarding is also a big business, generating over $450 million in sales annually for over 100 companies manufacturing skating equipment. Despite these facts, many communities continue to see skateboarders as unruly vandals who present a danger to themselves and to the public. Why has this sport earned such a reputation? Because having no designated parks to practice their sport, skateboarders turn to city rails, empty parking lots, storefronts, park benches, and street curbs. Since these are not designated for this specific use, skateboarding youths are seen as vandals who destroy public property.
Probably a lot of the stereotypes are legitimate because when we're rolling down the sidewalk, we do make a lot of noise. And there is this kind of preconceived notion that we're like out of control, I think, when we're rolling on the sidewalk or the street for that matter. And I think people might think that at any given point in time we're just going to fall off and the skateboard's going to fly through the window or hit them in the shin, which, I mean, very well could happen, but it just doesn't because we pretty much, most of us have been skating for a long time and are in a pretty good amount of control. And usually we're at places like this, Thoroughbred Park or Triangle or Woodland in a confined area. Other reasons, just the cliche kid things, you know, baggy pants, some kind of association with graffiti and gangs and all that stuff, which, who knows, maybe it's not completely unfounded, but for the most part I think it is. You know, stereotypes are there for a reason, but by and large we're represent a big age group from 12 to I'm 23, you know. Really, by and large, there's two main kinds of skating, street skating and ramp skating. With ramp, I mean like, you know, big half pipe, vert ramps or mini ramps. And there's, you know, skateboarders who are much more inclined to skate ramp and just that's kind of their niche, you know. I mean, I can think of a few people in my head who are much better at skating ramp and just have this knack to carve and do tricks on a ramp that I could never do. Then there's street skating, which is generally without ramps, even though it seems like anymore you see the street contests on ESPN or something, they'll have a lot of ramps, but there's kind of a gray area there, I guess. But generally street is just skating in downtown urban areas or wherever you may be, in parks and ledges and handrails and gaps and all sorts of things. But most people around, what's neat about Lexington is we have kind of a nice blend of everything. We do have a couple ramps. We've got great places in Lexington to skate downtown. There's a few isolated spots that we'll go to that are really great. I mean, for the size city, I think, you know, Lexington has a lot of good spots. I think it's really important that we get a skateboard park. Skateboarding is by no means a fad sport. It's been here for, you know, 25 years or, you know, however long it's been. It has its ups and downs, but now industry statistics prove that it's just going up, and I promise it's not going to drop off. I see new skateboarders, seems like every other week I'll run into 3 or 4 kids, assuming they're from out of town and they're from Lexington. I'm seeing younger kids now that I don't know who they are. They're just 10, 11 years old and they've been turned on to skateboarding at some point in time, and they're not going to stop because they know how great it is, you know.
It is the goal of the Lexington-Fayette Urban County Government's Division of Parks and Recreation, area skateboarders and concerned citizens to construct a skate park within the downtown area of Lexington, which will provide a safe location for skaters to practice their sport. Benefits for building a skate park are boundless. First and foremost, the park will keep young people in a safe, controlled area where accidents with pedestrians are much less likely. Parents will see the skate park as a safe environment for their children to enjoy their sport. Businesses will no longer need to be concerned about skaters using their parking lots and storefronts for skating areas. Benefits for the Division of Parks and Recreation are the park's low maintenance requirements and limited space needed. The park facility could easily be constructed at a current park. Only a 10,000 square feet area of concrete is needed. Because providing quality park recreational facilities, programs, and open space for all are important aspects of the Division of Parks and Recreation's mission, It is our responsibility to supply this underserved segment of our youth with a facility to develop their sport. Many people are concerned about participant safety. One of the most damaging ideas about skateboarding is that the sport is unsafe. In all actuality, when compared to their other recreational activities, skateboarding has smaller percentages of reported injuries per participant than other activities such as soccer, baseball, and basketball. At the present time, the closest skate park facility is in Cincinnati, Ohio, not close enough for the average skateboard enthusiast, who is between 13 and 14 years old. As plans for board in Lexington were announced, many calls were received from people living outside of Fayette County seeking information about the event. The callers came from all segments of the population: parents, participants, and local business owners. Most callers indicated the lack of facilities and the huge need for such facilities. Cities such as Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Huntington Beach, California, Ocean City, Maryland, and Henderson, Kentucky have at least one skate park within their communities, with many of these cities currently expressing the need to build additional sites. Of all the government-owned and run skate parks contacted, not one indicated a lack of skaters. Most said park visitation was at its peak at all times. It will take approximately $100,000 to construct a skate park in Lexington. Currently, Lexington Mayor Pam Miller has committed $45,000 to the project, and she is looking to the community to assist in raising the additional funds. It is up to the Lexington community to provide these youths with a safe environment in which to participate in their sport. If you are interested in helping with this effort, please contact Dan Heiler or Becky Turnbull.